Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy C Million. We back at it again with another 3.5 BC podcast. We got an unfamiliar face here. Everybody say what's up to Aleeya.
Hi, Aleeya.
What up,
Aleeya?
Hey.
Sir. So, how does it feel being the first guest?
Exciting.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'd be excited if I was with these niggas too. No cap. Pause on that. But so Aleeya, just tell us about yourself, right? Because they all know us. They don't know much about you. Share to the world what you want them to know.
I'm interested in the environment. I like plants. I like talking about like different topics and stuff like that. Hence why I like wanted to do a podcast. Yeah, I'm into activism and all those political issues.
Yes, sir. We got a nature girl over here, bro. Every time I hop on Instagram story, I'm seeing some exotic ass plant, bro.
Yeah.
It's a new one every time. That shit is crazy.
She's a young queen.
Yes, sir. And of course, you know, she's very vocal about the things that she's passionate about. So that's the type of people that we want on the podcast. This is why she was like one of the top ones that we wanted to pick. We need people who is willing to talk about their opinions and stuff like that. People who are passionate and stuff like that, because that's what the 3.5 BC podcast is about. It's about vocalizing. That's pretty much it. So what do we want to start with?
So we had body semen as first.
Alright, that's your topic, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's
Lead
my
the way.
shot. So I feel like everyone has a criteria, and that's no cap. Like everyone does. Everyone has a type. Everyone has like requirements. But I feel like women have more requirements than men, in a sense of like body semen, height, even IQ. It's so much things to talk about with that I feel like females require so much. And I don't know.
So
That's
okay, hold on. So you said that men have more requirements for women?
No, saying the opposite.
Oh, opposite. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what do you think men generally look for then?
I feel like
Not just you, but like take a look at like in general.
all right.
Because I know you got a
Let's-
level-headed.
Yeah. Yeah. If we talk about if I'm looking at a man's aspect, well, I am a man.
Based off what you've seen, because you can make an observation about women, right? Like
Uh-huh.
you just listed, make an observation about men now.
You mentioned it when you was talking before, the weight thing. A lot of men hold weight as a big factor in the type of woman they want. Some like thick, some like slick. But the general beauty standard was always more slim. So that's why there's a lot of fat phobia. So that's one for men.
And mind you, I got this topic off of TikTok, so.
That's all TikTok is about.
But I just feel like there's my biggest criteria that I hate the most is height, because like
Show your body.
you can't even see, like I'm not that tall, so I know it knocks like so many
Don't
people.
say
Not
it.
that I don't care.
Don't say
Not that I
it,
don't
bro.
care, but it's just saying like y'all so females are so needy and want.
Alright, my question for you is it okay for people to have height and weight preferences?
Yeah, that's what. I'm saying like, of course, everyone has opinions and what they're entitled to, and you could go for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like, these people go online and they talking the most shit.
So no one should be talking shit about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And of course that goes both ways.
Exactly.
But why?
Yo, that shit. The comment section be going crazy between. It be hella arguments between
It do.
threads about how this girl. I saw that this girl. She was like, she wanted her man to be 6'1" or higher. It was so needy. She was dead ass. She was like 6'1". He need to have a 6-pack, and he need waves, some shit like that. I was like, and then she said she lived in Tennessee. Where the fuck you gonna find that? Where you gonna find that?
I feel like why it's so hard for you to remember when he was asked what are the expectations for like men that have on women.
Mm-hmm.
I think the difference between the genders in that conversation is that men are not as explicit with it, even though they do believe it. Like even though we do have expectations of women and shit, we just don't say it out loud. Sometimes we don't want to say it online. So know is what they personally look out for anyway. Like, one of my friends, I could say, is always going for light skins, but if I say it, you're gonna be like, hell no. He's gonna deny it. But it's just my observation. I'm like, yo, you always think light skinned girls are like the best.
You wanna say his name? Call him out.
But sometimes I don't think he realizes himself. That's what I'm saying. So I just think, not just in that, but just other men realize that shit. Like, they got inner, like, requirements of women, but they just don't speak on it. Like, they're not aware of it.
Like, going back, like, I feel like would y'all say y'all have a type?
Nah.
That's what.
You can just look at my dating history.
That's exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really just go for street
But
pureness and street soul.
I feel like what y'all saying is a little wrong because I see a lot of like female critics on my like Instagrams and stuff like that, and I think it's because of the gender difference and stuff. You guys see more things targeted towards males. I see things more targeted towards females. I see things about, oh, if a female feet is bigger than like such and such, she belong in the NBA or something like that. Like, that's the type of stuff I see, and I always see that type of stuff. And so you guys saying that y'all see things targeted towards men, I think it's not like mainly, like, everybody is obviously talking shit about each other, but I think it's also like a problem with Instagram and social media targeting different people.
You definitely, like, I know what she's saying. Like, you definitely gonna attract that shit, and it's kind of weird too, like, to think about it. How like, because we all know like Instagram, TikTok, and all that other social media is tailored towards you. Like, they collect your data and then they show you what they think you want to see, and obviously it goes like, and it's not that like, oh, a woman might not see men shaming shit and that a man might not see women shaming shit, but also that we tend to not pay attention to the things that aren't targeted directly towards us. Like, listen to our reaction to the feet shit. We laugh because we just think that it's a joke. I don't think any of us fucking believes.
I never heard of that.
I never heard of it.
Y'all never heard of that? I heard it a couple times. I know they be saying shit like, if women are over 5'10",
Yeah, that's what I
catch my rebounds and shit like that.
But you didn't see that meme where Richard was like, I can't argue with a woman that's bigger than mine.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we
Yeah,
laugh.
that's the type of stuff I see.
Yeah.
I seen the meme of Future be like, no fat bitches in the club. I seen that.
Yeah, we laugh at that. Not cause like, not saying that it's wrong to laugh at it, but like, we see it as a joke because we don't take that seriously. We don't take it at face value. But look at the other side of the spectrum, how a woman may feel. A woman that fits the criteria may feel looking at that. And the same goes for men too. Women like to laugh at short men all the fucking time. Me, personally, I'm a hardy ass nigga. I do not give a fuck. But I see women laughing at short men and skinny men or shit like that. Like, it goes both ways. I think, for the most part, both sides need to look at shit from a different perspective.
Yeah, and I feel like, I think niggas just need to find a mutual agreement. Like, the fuck? And it would never be, exactly.
I feel
It'll
like
never be.
if someone's vocalizing their problems with any type of body shaming, you should at the very least listen to them and try to see where they're coming from before you say shit like it's just a joke or you're taking it too seriously, stuff like that. Once we do that, then, you know what I'm saying, it's all good in the hood, because at the end of the day, both sides know that it's just a joke. It's just how, you know, niggas take it.
Basically.
Not only that, a lot of people are followers, and so when they see that, oh, this type of boy is, or this type of girl is like most desired and stuff like that, I think that they're gonna start going along with that trend. Like, for example, like waves and stuff like that. Up like before a certain point, I never heard of waves and stuff until like they started becoming popular and stuff. And now a lot of girls and stuff want somebody with waves. So
That's real specific, but
I know, but I was just giving an example.
Yeah,
so it was
of
supposed to be specific. But I think that that's like a trend that happens. People see something that's desirable in the community, and everybody then starts following that trend to like fit in or like stuff like that. So
Yeah. Personally, I never stoop to that level, but I understand there are bots out there who won't follow through. They see shit that other people like, and then they get clouded in their judgment and they start following through. I know what you're talking about.
And I don't have a problem with them people following the trend. It just becomes a problem, like what Mo was saying. if they shame the people who don't have that
Yeah,
attribute.
exactly. At the end of the day, like what you like.
Yeah, like what you like.
But
Exactly.
don't hate.
Exactly.
There you
Simple.
go.
Exactly.
That was perfect.
Respect.
Perfectly said.
What else y'all want to talk about?
All right, go ahead, John.
I'll start with the first topic.
Talk about it.
The first topic, bad habits and relationships that you have. So we all gonna say a bad habit that we have.
Yeah, we all been in a relationship, so we pretty much got bad things and good things.
Bro, act like it's the end of the
I'm
world.
flawless.
That shit up. Flawless. What?
Like,
Alright, we're gonna go clockwise, so we're gonna start with Ken.
Clockwise. That's not
That
clockwise.
is one. That's clockwise.
Alright, respectfully. What's a bad habit? I think I don't have a bad habit, but there's something about me that doesn't make me relationship friendly, and it's the fact that I'm not really empathetic. Like, I have a huge heart and shit like that, and I know how to care for people, and I'll go out my way to help people and stuff like that. But when it comes to like sympathizing with people and connecting with them socially or like emotionally, I have a hard time, and I'm working on it because my last relationship taught me that that's what I need to work on. So to give y'all a more tangible example, anytime that my ex-girl came to me about some shit, I tried to listen to her, but I learned over the past couple of months that she wanted someone to listen to her, not to like give her advice or tell her how to live her life. And I was doing the latter. I was literally like, I felt it made it seem like I had a solution to all her problems, when in reality, if it was that simple, she probably would have got it done anyway. And I realized like I need to be able to put myself in other people's shoes before I start telling them how to live their life and how to go about doing things. Especially with women, they don't like that shit. A lot of women, like 9 times out of 10, when a woman comes to you with her problems, she just wants you to listen. Like, she's not looking for an armchair psychologist. And the thing about that situation, the reason why it's so convoluted with me and my ex, is because I didn't come from like a place of hatred. Like, I genuinely wanted to help her out, and I genuinely felt like the things that I was telling her, she needed to hear. But she just took it the wrong way, and I started to look back at other people who come to me with their problems. They also take it the wrong way. So that's a bad habit that I have. It's simply just being more sympathetic and empathetic towards people, and not being able to give them a listening ear. Because like, if you can't come to your partner, who the fuck can you go to? You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on it.
That's it.
Deep. I would say that my most like bad habit or something like that would be the fact that if I'm in an argument, I typically like cut myself off. I block. I stop texting, stuff like that, and that sometimes make the argument worse, and sometimes doesn't get to solutions. And so I think that would be a bad like habit or something that I would have.
So now that you recognize that, you think you're going to do better?
I already try to do better, but
Did
it's
it work
up
out?
to, yeah, sometimes I actually like talk and stuff like that. I'll communicate and I wouldn't like block. I stopped like blocking a lot. But if I like, and I'm working on this,
Obviously.
but the point that I get at is like, if I notice that the argument isn't going anywhere, that's then when I stop completely texting.
So in the past, when you cut people off and shit like that, what did you do during that alone time?
I watch YouTube, read a book.
So you was just blocking it out, like you wasn't even giving
Yeah,
it any
and the thing about it is I don't like even think about it. And, like I completely just block out the situation. I don't think about it or anything
Yeah.
until like a certain point. Like maybe the next day I'll unblock them and then just stream of text messages.
Respectfully. Alright, cool.
I'll probably say my worst habit. I feel like with me in a relationship, I feel like that I'm very understanding, and I do have a big heart. Like, I'm a simp. Like, and I acknowledge that, but I feel like I need to lower the simp because I feel like they really take it for granted. And so only and not like all.
This is such a backhanded. Nah, go ahead, finish.
No, but like my worst flaw is actually like I feel like I care too much. No cap. Like caring too much, it could be a flaw.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
You want to
Like-
give an example to clarify? It's up to you.
I'll tell. Let me think of one.
I have
Nah,
the insight, but other
I'll give
the
you
viewers might not. You know.
No, yeah, like my wordplay is kind of trash. I'll get better with it.
You got an example though? Of like caring too much being the floor?
So if we go back to my past, like you can enjoy your time with them, but it was like you need like once you're in a relationship, like you know you got yourself. You want something to benefit you in a way.
Yeah.
And my last one did not benefit me, one bit. It was just something to learn from, to be honest. Like I would never. I learned a lot from that relationship, and I feel like I am gonna do better, and I am doing better because I got a young queen right now.
Yes, sir.
And
You have to plug that in.
yes, sir.
Let her know.
I got a young queen right now, and yeah, and I'm gonna do better, and I hope she sees that.
Again, nigga, again.
Yes, sir.
Getting better is a common theme. Yes, sir.
One that come to mind is like sometimes I gotta work on the pace of the relationship. Like sometimes I feel like I go too fast in, and like yeah, it works out sometimes because they be on the same type of timing, but on other times it could be seen as toxic. And I realize that myself when they be like, you just don't know type shit, and I feel like we barely know each other, and I'll be trying to do shit, you know, like trying to get to know them better, but like in a more advanced stage that we not at yet. You know,
Go ahead.
another toxic trait I got probably is like sometimes the effort I show with like my love and my affection sometimes dwindles down as the relationship goes develops like more in time. So sometimes like something I think like in a relationship I think something's already established at that point. So I don't want to try to work on it. Like I feel like if we both love each other, we good, and we just keep going after that. But sometimes in a relationship, you gotta question that, right? And you gotta work some things out. But sometimes I don't be giving that time. I'll be like,
Some people want reassurance.
yeah, exactly. That
Yeah.
reassurance means a lot, and
I know
like
what
to
you mean.
know that I'm there for them.
I feel like yeah,
But for me, I'll be like, that's ready. You know, we ready.
like
we
once
ready
you say, once you say I love you, like
yeah, we already went through that. But for them, sometimes they question it. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me think if I have another one.
I feel
Just
like
come back to me.
I feel like going
after.
fast is a good one though.
Yeah, because sometimes it could work out. Sometimes.
Even
Yeah.
then, going too slow can also be
Yeah.
a bad thing.
Facts.
Word.
Wait, hold on.
You just gotta let it be natural. That's the thing I
My-
have to do. Let it be
My
okay.
question to you is like, the pacing of the relationship. What does that depend on? The person, you, or like a mix of both?
Mix of both. But I think more so me, because no matter if I really look at like each one relationship I've been in, like I was pretty fast, but like
it was always you. Speeding shit
yeah.
up?
But like sometimes the girls didn't say nothing, like say nothing negative back. But
Mhm.
it's still a thing I usually do.
Respectfully.
You know?
So,
But I probably got one more. I'm gonna let him go though.
I think I got like 3.
Damn.
It's quick. First, I'm gonna piggyback off of what Mo said about caring too much. I feel like I do be caring too much. But like my thing is, after I realize I'm caring too much and I make that vocal to you, I'm gonna just go ahead and cheat. Because obviously it's not. Obviously you don't respect it enough. And you don't care enough to care. So I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do.
You got that in 4K.
That's too
I don't do that.
much. Like,
I don't do that no more.
His
though.
father's future.
fresh batteries.
I don't do that no more though.
Respectfully.
The second one is I was gonna say that I always think I'm right, and 99% of the chance I am right, but I do be right. Like don't get me wrong, I do be very understanding.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, I do admit when I'm wrong, but most of the time,
Yes.
if I know I'm not wrong, I won't say shit to you. Like I won't say anything at all if I know I'm wrong. So when I say some shit, I know I'm right, cause I don't argue. So it's like I just think I'm right, but that's toxic though. So yeah.
Do you? My question for you is: do you think every argument is about being right?
Every argument is about being right.
Yeah.
Depends on who starts the argument.
Yeah, basically, some things aren't easy to communicate with other people. And so I think at that point, you should also be aware of certain things like body language or just like think before you act or speak on certain things because you never know how that person might actually feel. And you never know if something might be hard for them to actually communicate. You want to make sure you double check that and just ensure that like they're safe, they're okay, or that like what they want is what they want.
You got your
Yeah.
heart broken?
Let's not talk about that.
No, but like overall, like it's not just about communicating, but also knowing how to communicate. Like she said, basically, some people like sometimes it's not even the right time. Sometimes you gotta give it some time before you speak your voice. But also like try to formulate what you want to say before you say it. Make sure it comes out right. Make sure that you are understood. Make sure that your wordplay is valid.
Not only that, too, it's also like you're in a relationship with somebody. It's more intimate and deeper than like a friendship or something. Like you actually are trying to form a connection with this person and stuff. So I think it's even harder sometimes also.
Yeah. You gotta do the dirty work. It's not gonna be easy sometimes. There's gonna be ups and downs. It's simple.
Also, one thing I'm gonna say before we end this topic is the people that think like me, like if you don't be afraid to express yourself because like if you feel like you're gonna get played, like they the ones that really play themselves. Because if you express yourself and you did everything right, like don't be afraid to do that. Because if they play you, like fuck you.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, don't
lost,
blame
bro.
yourself for that.
If you're in a relationship where you can't be yourself, I feel like you shouldn't be in it.
Exactly.
That's that. Like that part. Like I'm gonna always be.
I also
Be me.
I also feel like though if you feel like you're going to play that person to then leave the relationship because obviously it's not something that you want in that relationship.
It's a,
See, point that.
A lot of niggas go with that.
But I mean,
it's a double-edged sword.
Nah, it really is though.
Yeah.
you just gotta walk it like good enough to not get stabbed, I guess.
What? Keep your guard up, basically. Keep your guard up.
Yeah.
Respect.
Like
Alright.
What's the next
The
topic?
second topic is turn-offs in relationships that's not physical. And I'm not gonna say you can say relationships, but I'm gonna say like turn-offs you just have in anybody that's not physical, like not physically touching, but like you just see it, that you notice, that type of turn-off.
so like features or personality.
Both, like if I see, like you know how females be saying, if I see a nigga ass crack that's turned off, that type of thing.
That was wild.
I ain't never heard of that.
I swear, all you gotta hop on Facebook.
That was funny.
Why
Yeah.
you on
That's your
Facebook?
problem. You on Facebook.
Why the fuck are
Shit,
you?
I be bored. I be bored.
It's only old people on Facebook, to be
Nah.
honest.
Shit, I be bored.
Alright, so we talking like non-physical, right?
Yeah, non-physical, like non-physically touching. Like you can't be like. You
Wait,
can't
what's
be
the
like,
traits you don't like?
Yeah, turn-offs, like something that just turns you
Personality too, like
off.
personality.
Personality,
Not even just
something you
relationship.
notice.
Oh, motherfuckers, that's too friendly.
Yes, sir.
Like, why are you so friendly? Like, why you just
Friendly to everybody too.
Yeah, like friendly to everybody. I don't like too friendly. I feel like, but
Why you think me and him friends?
yeah, like why, like
I think it's a certain type of friendly though. If you like just like say for example, like you give out face masks to homeless people or water and stuff like that, or if somebody come up to you and ask you a question and you just answer it, then I feel like that type of friendly isn't bad.
That's not being.
I know what
No,
he's
but
talking about. He's talking about
that's
something
not
else.
Yeah, but like
He's talking about something
if
else.
you
I'm talking about
buddy
something
buddy with
That's not really being funny though. That's like that's just not being a dickhead.
yeah, yeah,
but that's being
But I know what
friendly.
he's
that's being human. That's being human. That's totally
Well, some people
Talk
got
more,
a
talk
different
more about what you were
definition.
friendly in the way of like
Yeah.
everybody your best friend. No,
Yeah,
Stop
then
it.
I can get that.
no way. Like, there's no way you have 5 best friends.
Everybody don't
They
deserve
always
a
going
hug
out
when
with
you see them.
Exactly, and I'm
no
not even
cap.
talking about nobody. I'm just talking off the dome. Like, why are you just so friendly? I see it.
Myself.
No, I'm really not. Like, like, why are you so friendly? Like,
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
The only one I'm thinking of right now is like when sex is like oversaturated in a relationship. Like, yeah, I can be into freaky shit, and yeah, I like it when you say something nice, like whatever. But like if I tell you my head hurts, right, and you talking about some head, like, oh, let me give you some. What are you doing, son? Like, can we actually talk?
that was the funniest shit I heard.
So I'm like, I didn't want to be disrespectful because, like, yeah, I appreciate it because I know that's your language of like being nice to me is about doing some sexy shit. But it's like, can we actually talk instead of just doing that shit all the time?
Yeah.
Like,
I get you.
Nah, you don't even gotta explain that. I think a lot
Exactly,
of that was pretty straightforward. Ain't gonna lie.
She be like, I'll hug you. Go ahead.
That's giving me a headache right now. Oh my god.
Fuck, I'm just hungry.
Nah,
I get a bill.
my turn off for some people, bro, and this goes across the board, relationship, friendships, even acquaintances, bro. Like, I hate niggas who are a Debbie Downer, bro. Like, motherfuckers, like, I understand, like, some people got things going on in their life. We all do. No one, even the most privileged individuals, got something going on that's gonna fuck their head up and shit and put them in a sad state. I'm talking about the people who are 24/7 constantly pessimistic and looking at the downside of things. Like, you can be in your most happy state, and then they'll come in the car and then talk to you about their day, and they will have nothing positive to say.
That's the best one, Ken.
Like,
that is the best one because I got something that relates to that.
that shit, like, you feed, like, whether you like it or not, you feed off people energy when you near them. And when someone is constantly being negative, they're just like this totem of darkness that just, like, fucking starts leeching on you. And that shit brings me down, too. I hate seeing sad people. Like, even when they're going through things, I gotta try to help them, bro. It's in my nature. Like, that shit blows my shit.
Not only that too, like when you bring up something happy and then they point out the bad
Bro,
in it.
That's the biggest red flag.
Raining.
Honestly,
That's the biggest red flag.
Honestly, I'm cool with a couple people like that. Only in the sense because I feel like our past like kind of like connects us. Like I know her, like I've known these people for a long time, and it's not only one person. But I'm saying like I would come with the best of news like on my end. And then, you know, like he just like is just drowsy. He don't need like, they don't care. They don't even congratulate you. And then they talk about like just what's fucking them up. But I feel like is this shit fucking you up every day? There's no way.
It's a place and time for shit like that. Like, if you want to talk to me about something, hit me up. Like, can I talk to you? But like those people who literally like can't see the joy in life. Can't be happy for other people. That's another thing. Like, if you can't be happy for others, man, fuck you, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
It would be hard to get a
like,
friend that you can't be happy for.
Exactly. Like, I
like
want
I said,
all of us to accomplish and succeed. Like, that's how it always should be.
funny shit. There are a lot of people who like, man, they try to balance out the positivity with their negativity. I hate that shit.
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
No cap.
One turn off, it's not even in relationships, like just in people in general. I hate when people act like something they not. Like, that shit is annoying. Like, just be yourself, bro. Like, you don't gotta front for nobody. You don't gotta front for anyone. Like, just be yourself. Cause that shit really be like, that shit make me not wanna fuck with people. Like, if I know you're not the type of person, you acting like that type of person, I'll be like, bro, what are you going for? Like, that's mad swag. It's just, I don't like it, bro.
You going for swag?
We don't be friends with those people.
There's a lot of
That's why my circle is really small. Really small.
Another thing, like, that shit is so obvious. Like, what do people think they be going for? Like, bro, you're not a fucking a grade A actor, bro. We can see right through you.
Exactly.
Especially if you know the person personally, and then they switch up. It's like, yo, what is, like, I understand, like, changing your archetype a little bit to fit the situation. Like, if you're in school, you're not gonna be like very disrespectful and use curse words every other word. But I'm talking about the people who meet other niggas and try to impress them or like try to put on a facade. Like, that shit's annoying. So fuck that.
To relate what he was saying was like another turn off with just people in general is like just fake activists. Like, yeah, I understand like if you got like
I'm not
good
fake.
taste.
Don't
Fucking with you, I'm
try
fucking with you. I play it.
I don't know. But the point is just to like, I understand if you passionate about something and like you very vocal about certain political takes, and I understand that. But I see it as fake sometimes when it's very like surface level like topics we talking about. And you just make a comment anybody could have made.
Can't give me no,
If you don't know what Rome talking about, watch my video, the biggest pick me on TikTok.
Like
I see
on
that.
Watch that video. That's what we talking about.
Exactly.
Fuck that
Turtle,
nigga.
what's his name? Turtleneck.
Turtleneck emo on
Oh, that
TikTok,
guy.
bro.
Just watch his
Just
videos
watch that
on
video.
TikTok. You understand what I'm talking about.
And you'll get a good
And people
couple
claim
laughs.
that like that's a feminist,
Right,
but
it's
it's
a funny
like
video, too.
that like That
Bro.
is just simple, common decency for women. Like
That
that's
video is
not
funny as hell.
that's not even feminism to me. That's
telling,
like
telling niggas not to rape is not feminism, bro.
come on.
It's just a fucking reminder.
you just a decent human being.
Like, congratulations, bro. You fit the fucking
That's what
bare
I'm saying.
minimum.
So
Like-
that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah, nah, I know.
You acting more intelligent.
Oh, actually,
than-
I have one too. I hate when motherfuckers, like, they flex on what they supposed to do. I'm like, come on. Like, tell you, I just got my L's. I'm proud of you. You should have did that shit like a couple years ago.
So you gotta give them that positivity back.
But it's not even that.
You got to,
because
bro.
I can't even talk shit because. But it's just like they be talking about like I go to work on time. Bitch, you're supposed to go to work on time. Like, why are you flexing this?
Yeah, people want to
That's
like,
accurate. That's funny as hell.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I wake up early, I sleep early. Cool. It's like, why are you flexing that?
And it's important to clarify, like, we're talking about people who don't have a deficiency
Exactly.
in what they're doing. Like, obviously, like, if you got 5 kids and you got to work on time, yes, sir. Like, that's an accomplishment. But if you're like a 17-year-old part-timer, my nigga, bro, you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Like,
Obviously, yeah, I'm talking about in our age group.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit be killing me.
Like, he said flexing. He didn't say it 1 time, 2 times, but constantly
Yeah,
doing
word.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like cool.
There you go.
Yeah. A pet peeve of mine is when people don't educate themselves. I feel like it's important to constantly be growing, like physically and mentally and stuff, and especially mentally. When people just like only educate themselves based off what school teaches them and stuff like that, it gets annoying because then they go out into the world ignorant. And they go out into the world just saying some stupid shit and doing stupid shit. And there's like a difference between certain stupid shit and saying certain stupid shit and just legit like being ignorant. I don't know
And
if that's
deciding
not
to stay ignorant. Like you
yeah,
don't want to.
you're on purposely
Mhm.
not educating yourself, and you're
Yeah.
only following like what school teaches you. That's school is meant to teach obedience and just like certain things. Like for example, and I went to let's talk about it at NCA. For example, they taught like only mainly like white history and stuff like that. If you don't educate yourself on Black history, then you're not gonna know about Black history. And so then, yeah. Go ahead. What you say?
You say you disagree, right?
Wait, I disagree on what you said about school, but can you say that again?
You said
Which
teach
part?
obedience more than anything.
Oh, that school. That school only teaches obedience.
Not only, but it mainly teaches obedience, and like it just
That's
limits
all
your
it's good
thinking.
for?
Yeah, well, first of all, I everyone knows I hate school. School, I think it's a brainwash system.
The only nigga that's
It
not
really
going to
is.
college.
I think it's a brainwash system.
But it is though.
It is, and if you only think that you only got obedience from school, or basically, when you go to school, they tell you to take this test, right? They give you a study sheet. You're not fucking learning the work. You're basically just remembering the answer. You're just memorizing the answer. That's not fucking learning at all.
It's
I
like,
hate school.
It's like the people like, and don't get me wrong, not everybody reads, and I don't blame them or fault them for that. But it's like people that don't take the time to look something up or to like actually like what was the topic? Like for example, I had this one friend who basically dates all Black girls and everything. I'm surrounded by Black people and everything, but didn't take the time to learn about Black history.
What's he got?
No, he's white. I think I think you already know. But like takes the time to like date all of these people and be around all of these people of color and stuff, but won't take the time to know about different like their like Black history and stuff. I feel like let's not
no name.
put
No.
names.
Tell me the date.
No.
I wouldn't know.
But it's just like I'll tell you after. But it's like if you say if you in like I don't know China for example, when you take the time to learn about their culture and their customs and stuff like that, if you're spending time there,
I agree.
because you're surrounded by all of those people, you're at least like picking up something from them. It's mainly those type of people that just get on my nerves that don't take the time to learn that culture and stuff.
And you know what's
Or-
crazy about that is like it's 2021. It's a plethora of resources.
Exactly.
Like everything is connected to the internet.
exactly.
So it's not like it's the fucking 50s and 40s where you gotta get your information from the news. It's like from the newspapers, especially.
yeah, or from a book.
Like everything you could find out if you really look for something. So
Exactly.
we are living in the easiest age to learn.
that's what
bro.
I'm saying. It's the
Everything
age of
is-
information.
If you got a smartphone, bro, you have the entire encyclopedia. Bro. Like, no
So-
cap.
And,
Multiple sources too, not even just like one source.
and this is the
Yeah.
easiest generation to become successful. Statistically.
Another pet peeve of mine is basically when people are uptight. I don't like uptight people because I'm like certain people. Uptight people might like uptight people, but to me, I don't like uptight people. I like chilling and like going with the flow of things. I don't like people that plan every second of their day, or relationship wise, or just like always saying like that they want this, and not like, how do I describe this? But not in a way that's saying like they want this out of you, but saying that they need to do this or do that, or like if you're getting into something and then they say, oh, you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't look it up or learn about it because it goes against what they believe in, and this is like uptight and stuff. I don't know if that makes sense, but
No, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Like those people who fucking basically live in a box, a schedule, have
Exactly.
a streamlined life, a very like straightforward, like just
exactly, and do the same thing every day.
mass productive.
Basically, me in middle school.
Not
Awesome.
even good.
Also, people who don't pick up hobbies or learn
Bro.
new things. Like, it's so many.
Hold on, I got a mini story time. It's gonna take 2 minutes. Back, bro, there was a point in time when a couple of cats over here, we was on Tinder, right? Y'all remember that? For funsies, though.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I wonder where you gonna go.
niggas on Tinder, they don't get matched off. And so when I did, obviously, like, I'm gonna swipe up and just say what's up to the bit or whatever. I asked, we chopped it up a little bit. About 5 messages in, I asked her, what you do for fun? She said, I don't know, I'm not a fun person.
Stuff
I was
like
like,
that.
what the fuck? What do you mean you don't
She
know?
definitely just watches Netflix all night.
Exactly.
Or just lied to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, what reason would she have to do that?
Yeah, just answer
Why
the
would you
fucking
want to be a
question.
boring person?
Yeah.
That shit.
Why wouldn't you want to
I
explore
think it
new
just happens
things?
though. Like they don't choose to be. A lot of people just don't got passions in life.
It's not even
Seriously,
about
like,
that.
they
But
don't-
like, how do you
But,
sit
yeah.
home and do nothing?
How do
A lot
you
of
not
people
have
just
any
like that.
passion? How do you not explore new things?
That's not
or
right.
New topics?
That's not okay. That's not healthy.
I get
That is
motherfuckers-
scientifically proven to be unhealthy.
Motherfuckers don't have passion, but that's just of like motherfuckers like they probably have mother and father who don't have passion for shit. So
Or they just
just had to grow up.
they just focus on
That's my
school.
parents.
But you do have the option to fucking
That is not right. That is
evolve
not
over
okay.
that. It just depends if you got it.
That is not okay. Like, there's got to be something, bro.
It's talking about hobbies.
Exactly.
Like, what do y'all do in your spare time? I need more ideas.
I do a little too much.
You good?
Literally.
Yeah, but we got about 2 more minutes though.
I bet.
Hobbies.
Let's open up that box.
Because
man.
I
Let's
feel
talk
like
about
all I do is when I'm not working, it's either I'm drawing because I got a sketchbook. I like drawing.
it. That's one thing right there. If you just have that,
Exactly.
you're good.
And then I play soccer. I play soccer. I love chilling with y'all. We always doing something.
Word.
Exactly.
That
We
can
always
count.
doing something.
Word.
That
That
counts.
Exactly. Like, that's another thing too. Like, that's why it's so simple. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I'm just trying to make this point. Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing nothing, bro, like,
Exactly.
I hope
That's
you
three things
repairing
right
yourself.
there.
I hope you in reconstruction mode, because there's no way you staying vacant and not doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep going.
No, but like, there's still more things I want to do. Like, I went paintballing. That shit was fun. Yeah, I want to do that shit with you guys.
Told y'all
I
no
went.
that.
Paintballing, yo.
one time.
I feel like that shit
And you
was.
see, you want to grow, you want to explore new things, but it's
Yeah.
like you recommend something to somebody, like, oh, hey, let's go. I want to teach you about how to repot a plant or something, and they say, oh no, I don't want to learn how to repot a plant.
Oh,
But
I-
then they keep saying that
I'm
to
bored,
everything
right.
that you suggest.
Yo.
They always say
And they be the main
no.
ones talking about I'm bored.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I
Word,
said,
word.
it'd be funny though.
You know, that's
I'm
another
bored.
thing. Like,
Exactly.
don't complain that you're bored and you're not trying to do shit, bro.
If you're not gonna do shit, just be like, alright, I'm not
Shut
gonna
up,
do shit.
man.
Just- yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
Exactly. So basically, we going to talk about the American dream. In simple words, you reap what you sow. The harder you work, the more that you gain out of it. or when you meet certain requirements and stuff like that, you gonna like get what you sell. Basically, you gonna earn what you put into the work and stuff.
What y'all think about that?
I think it's bullshit because the American dream, it's like it's very hard to. It's not even like I was about to say it's very hard to obtain, but it's not even like true because it's people that worked hard for years and literally decades and still in the same place, and that's because one part is because how America is set up, taxes, like it's so much stuff that could bring you down in America that's meant to bring you down. It's like really to attain the American dream, you really gotta work hard, but you also has to be a lot of luck. Like you can not work hard, but just have a lot of luck. Like be in the right place, right time, meet the right person. It's just a lot of luck. And I feel like you gotta work. You could work hard. Like it's just luck. Like you work hard, and you probably get a chance. You work hard, probably miss the chance because of you probably have a kid or something like that. Like it's just so many loopholes to the shit that don't go nowhere. So it's just like I don't think it's true.
You disagree?
100%.
Disagree?
100%.
Go for it.
He be reading those Think Rich.
We're gonna
So-
go back and forth.
Rich dad.
Yeah, Rich Dad. Poor Dad.
That shit's a facade.
Good though.
He gonna say nope.
It's not though. When people say the American dream, we all think of the luxury stuff. Of course, right? Like, can y'all agree with that,
Being
right?
able to like retire to Hawaii.
Like,
and
what?
stuff.
So you can't even say if you don't know what the American dream is, you can't even talk about it.
The American dream depends on different eyes, but the moral of the American dream is work hard, get what you want. If you want fucking generational wealth, that's what you want to get. Work hard.
I agree in the working hard aspect. You do gotta work hard, and I agree with that. But it's about working smarter, and it's all about knowing how a system works and attacking it the right way. It's literally all about mentality, and I disagree with luck, because there's actually a couple people that been famous, of course, and got rich off luck. But if you look at Jim Carrey for an example, this man, he had the vision before. Yeah, I bet you none of y'all know this, but before he was an actor, he never wanted to be an actor, and he always talked about having $1 million. So he wrote a check to himself for $1 million, money that he never had. This is broke Jim Carrey. He always had a fake check of $1 million in his wallet, and he grinded enough to get there. And in the affirmation work of like he saw the vision, and he got the act. The first time he got the play, and he got 10 million, and he 10 times what he wanted. That's just an example. It's just like
Let me say one thing. For every Jim Carrey story you got about somebody in Hollywood, somebody in just in the entertainment business, like really doing good, I can give you 1,000 or 10,000 motherfuckers that wanted to do the same shit and probably had the same mindset.
But they wasn't as driven as.
Oh come, bro, a lot of blue collar motherfuckers like work their ass off, still want to die in blue collar. Like
So why?
why? I'm just saying the system wasn't made for a lot of people to occupy that
I'm just
spot.
saying though, like now we know why Jim Carrey succeeded.
No, that's not why he succeeded though. That's what I was gonna say. He succeeded because the nigga got lucky.
A lot of it is
when he started out in Hollywood, the white people around him because he's white. They was not giving him a chance. He met black people like Marlon Wayans and the Wayans family, and they gave him a chance. Gave him a chance to get big. That's how he got big. And yeah, of course he worked hard to get that chance, but they was black. They ain't had to offer him shit. He got lucky.
I think it's before that he didn't get lucky.
He's very talented.
That was his breakout though.
It's literally so. It's like I read a lot. It's so many stories. Like if you come, bro, all you gotta do, is you just need that. You just need that driven. It's the desire for it.
I feel like everybody got that desire. Nobody wants to be
But
poor,
yeah,
or
but
nobody wants to be
I
homeless.
agree on everyone has a desire, but you gotta be willing to die for it. That's when you know like the
But
desire.
I feel like that's problematic. Who read Animal Farm? basically.
I know of it, but I didn't read
Y'all
it.
know the horse and animal farm? That
Talk
horse
about it.
worked his ass off for them pigs. He worked his ass off day in and day out. And what happened to him? He didn't get benefits or anything. He just continued to work and was driven to work until he died. And you know what they did to his body? They just threw him in the dump. So I don't think that that's completely true. Like, you're not gonna, just because you work hard and stuff, it's not always guaranteed that you're gonna reap what you sow. It's not guaranteed at all. And I think that's why the American dream is like a whole facade and everything. It's not true. But I also think that, so the stereotypical American dream isn't true. But I do think that if you have a dream of your own, then that is your American dream. If you believe in yourself and you put in whatever work, any amount of work, you don't even gotta work hard. If you put in any type of work, then I think that that's already you going towards your American dream. So I think that basically you just gotta think of the American dream as what's gonna make you happy, and then just go towards that.
Not always through a successful lens.
Exactly.
But
And like Janelle said, it's not always about generational wealth.
I was just about to say that. I was going to say that. I think people look at it differently.
Mm-hmm.
People, obviously, like there's a dream for everybody, and it's very personalized.
Yeah.
But this whole idea that you have to chase something with an end goal in mind, I think that's the wrong way, the worst way to go about it. For me, example, I don't make the podcast with the idea that we're going to pull 1 million views. That's not what I expect. I make the podcast for the experience, to talk to people that I like talking to hear opinions and stuff like that. It's about the journey, not the destination. And I feel like a lot of people succeed because they're focused on the destination. I think that's luck. People who fail because they're focused on the destination, I think that's just a wrong way of going about things. I think we shouldn't be talking about the end goal. We shouldn't be talking about the American dream, but rather the process and how to go about it. We should be talking about how much enjoyment you get just from doing what you want to do. That should be way more important. And I know there are a lot of people who are in do or die situations where they have to focus on the end goal. They have to focus about wealth and stuff like that. But I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about regular people like us who have a chance at life and they're focused on the end game when really they haven't even made step one. I feel like that should be way more important. But yeah.
Yeah, and like Ken was saying, I think it depends on the career choice. Like for a lot of teachers, even though they have their problems too, with financially wise, you can make a claim that they don't get paid well enough. But for the most part, their American dream was to teach students and like give them information.
It was their passion.
Yeah. And like that, and my American dream is just to live decently and to actually like tolerate my job. I don't have to necessarily like my job, but I can tolerate it and wouldn't have a problem with going to it like every day basically. Every
That
week.
sounds like a problem to me.
You just have a different
Yeah,
mindset because you're
different
more of a I can't work for the businessman, but you gotta you can't work for a boss, but you gotta realize not everybody want to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
not everybody.
Not everybody's mind
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
I disagree heavily with the American dream and as a concept because life is way too idiosyncratic. Y'all know what that means? It means
Absurd.
pertaining to the individual. Life is way too idiosyncratic to just sit here and just be like, there's this one goal that everyone should strive for.
Agree.
That, by definition, is just stupid.
Yeah, it's different for everybody.
Get that shit out your head.
Oh, your mentality is I'm a like fuck the man.
That's what I'm saying. It's good
fuck
for
the
you.
Man, fuck the man. I'm gonna get rich. And my mentality, I'm not comparing. But I'm just saying. My mentality is I'm gonna use go the fuck I gotta use to get rich. And but at the end of the day, we still got the same goal.
I
want to get rich.
I like to copy the rich.
And my difference between
What?
both of y'all,
I like
the rich.
I like to copy the rich. Copy the rich.
I feel
my
like then
difference
that's
between
also
both of y'all, I
faulty
don't
in
need to be
itself.
rich to be like to live a good life.
No, I don't.
When both of y'all was talking about
No, but
rich.
that's
like,
I don't want to. First of all,
As in rich, I'm not saying.
I don't listen. I don't need the millions. I really don't. I just want what I want.
A quality life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I want.
I say
I just want what I want. And
But what does
and
a quality life look like?
for me, I feel like we already talked about this on the last episode. I want to travel. Like I said, I don't even want to have a home. Like that's so in order for
Then
that.
live in a van.
stop.
No.
I always
You're
wanted to do
bugging.
that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're bugging.
I think
TikTok.
niggas in the mobile home.
No,
crazy.
like I want to travel, and in order for me to travel, I can't be working. Correct. So I need money to come to me.
You can still work and travel though.
Stop.
It's different jobs.
It depends on how much you want to travel.
it's like you can't.
My mother had vacation.
like
You want to minimize work, maximize profits, and traffic, basically.
both thinking like, how the fuck I'm gonna work
And it's gonna
for
happen.
somebody? He's like, how the fuck I'm gonna work for somebody? Go travel for a week and come back.
Bro, with the
live a
job,
rest
yo,
of your
with the
life.
job you can like. I just don't like to be told anything. The fact that I have to ask my boss for a vacation pisses me the fuck off.
As
That
it
pisses
should.
me the fuck off. Like if
It
I want a
should.
vacation, I want to do what the fuck I want. It's my life.
Exactly.
And then if I don't want to come in on a Thursday, I gotta call 3 hours earlier so they could cover it. No,
On
if
their
I-
time.
exactly. No, I like to wait. I like shit.
Ain't not even a problem with that. It's just when telling people like, alright, that's the right way to live.
And y'all know how.
Yeah,
and y'all know how.
That's where the
and y'all
problem
know how
That's
I
my
was in high
biggest pet
school.
peeve.
Yeah, that's where the problem
I'm gonna
occurs.
spin into the other problem, other topic real quick. My biggest pet peeve is when people say there's
Nigga
a
went
right,
back.
a right or wrong way to live, man. Fuck you, bro.
Exactly.
Exactly. Just do what you do, bro.
Wrong, pussy.
Exactly, and I'm very understanding. I understand that everyone doesn't have the same goals, but I feel like I encourage a lot of people to do what I do only cause I know it's better for the long run. I'm talking for the future wise.
I got a question for you. Have you written yourself $1 million check yet?
Oh.
No,
You should.
He did say
You gotta
Not your style?
manifest
nah.
it.
I have.
Work towards it.
I
He
do.
said.
I do other ways of
you got it.
manifest.
How do you
Yeah.
how do you
Yeah, he
manifest?
wrote it in that one line.
I do. It's called affirmations. Basically, you say it to yourself every morning. Every
manifestation.
night.
Yeah, that's
Give
manifesting.
us your affirmation, man.
I'm going to space.
I never said it to nobody.
I mean, it's up to you, obviously.
Yeah.
But I know
I
what
have,
you're talking about. I know
I
where
have
you're
three,
coming from.
so I'll give you one out of three.
But
It's owning a 3-family home before 21.
respectful.
There you go. That was my first affirmation.
And you
but
say that to yourself.
I say it to myself every morning, every night.
Respectful.
And it's going to
So
happen.
you never forget.
Exactly.
Hey,
I drill it into my brain, so enough.
I want you to understand too, though, that if you don't make it to your goal, like, forbid, like, anything happens or something, if you don't make it to your goal, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up.
By any means.
Exactly. It's not, that's not
No,
worth
I don't
beating
think you
yourself
will.
up.
It is
Mo-
Yeah.
By any means.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the mentality
That
I
sounds
have.
like dangerous behavior.
I really don't. Listen,
By
I
any
really.
means.
Y'all niggas gonna turn into
I'm-
criminals,
For
bro.
real.
Hey. No, but like it's like
it's gonna be on the
I really don't. I don't like losing, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Nah, I know.
And that's the
won't beat
critique
himself
of the
up.
American dream is like, losses fucking happen. And like, a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people stay there.
But there's always a comeback.
It's always about to
It's
get.
not always a
It's
comeback,
always-
though.
always
It's
about
not
to
always.
get back.
For you,
Always
you want
about to
it.
get
I love
But
this
y'all
man.
would, y'all can have this dream.
Get back
These
in.
are
Nigga, we
toxic
18.
boys.
We young as hell. We should revisit this at 30. That's what we want.
Huh?
We should revisit this topic at 30 when life is ready. You know, we ready to have more experience.
If I fit,
But we
why-
still- we
That's
still-
why it's
as
all
young
the more.
people-
That's why it's all the more important to talk about this.
That's
Yeah,
why. That's
as
why-
young people, we naturally got more hope than like a lot of older
support.
generations and shit.
And
But when
support
we
is
hit
not
them,
lose
you be
that.
like,
Once I lose hope, you kill me.
oh come on.
This
Right.
That's
I
the
would
thing
never-
though. Like, what causes that loss of hope?
There we go.
No,
And that's where the topic spirals up.
babies.
Well, that's a good conversation
we
to
have
have,
to.
Yeah,
though.
We have to.
'Cause a lot of-
we have to be mindful of these things that weigh us down and try to avoid it. That's the thing. That's why it's important to talk about this at a young age while we're right, so that we know what to avoid. That's why every time you see an adult on the street, like, yeah, they get annoying as hell. They want to talk to you and shit. But me, Mo, and Janelle see this every day. When we went to Jersey Gardens, there was a nigga who spoke to us for about 10 minutes straight. We just saying like,
more than 10 minutes.
it was way more than that. But we just saying like, oh my god,
They would
this
preach
nigga
to us.
keeps
But
talking.
sometimes they
But
got
I-
wisdom
but
because
But
they
yeah,
he left-
because
after he left, he
they're warning us.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
warning us,
Bro,
bro.
reality is
I take every
merciless,
advice.
bro.
I take any
It
advice.
hits you.
They trying to prep you.
Reality don't fucking play, bro.
You gotta prepare yourself.
Yeah, reality don't play.
Also, when I say rich, I mean rich.
Oh, okay. Good clarification.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause I
it
thought
is.
he was talking about.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need a
It
million.
don't- bro, I'm from the hood. Of course I want money, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't define how happy I am, kind of.
I'm a cheat code because I like the journey. Like, that's my favorite part about this shit. Like, just
English
being
class.
here, just being here recording It means that I'm living my dream. I love it. And that's why I don't mind going back home, even when I lost my battery, to go pick up a camera, because if it means that we can record, then we can record. And I'm sorry if that sounds selfish, but it is what it is. And then that's a good mindset to have, because as a side effect, success will come, because if you're consistently doing what you love, then something good will eventually come out.
And however you view it, however you view success, like she was saying,